Ahoy hoy, I'm Planetwalk. Now, you may be wondering why I'm recording this video in my bed, and I have 3 good reasons for that. The first being, I actually found out from my analytics recently that 30% of you watch my videos in your bed. So I thought, why don't I just record one of my videos in my bed? The second reason is that my background is different, which will be a funny thing for a future video that isn't this video. And the third reason is that, unfortunately, today we're going to be responding to a flat earther, and I don't want to get up to do that. Now, the flat earther that we're going to be looking at today is a flat earther called Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole, or as I like to call him, DITRH. Now, the video that we're going to be looking at today is a video titled We Are Not Spinning on a Flat Earth, and I actually agree with that title, because we are not spinning on a flat earth. We're spinning on a globe. Now, one thing about this video is that it does appear to be using copyrighted music, but no problem, because DITRH doesn't actually say anything throughout this video, so I can just replace the music and add in my own voiceover. So, let's go!
The sun is rising. The sun is rising. The sun is rising. Oh, there's a boat there. But I missed it because the sun is rising.
So, riveting globe earth proof there from Flat Earth Dave. Because, a sunset and a sunrise, by extension, wouldn't be possible on a flat earth, although flat earthers like to claim that it's due to perspective or atmospheric magnification, which completely ignores the fact that none of those things would make it go below the horizon, but, flat earthers are gonna flat earth. And that's not really the point of this video either. Anyway, let's skip ahead in this video, which I really shouldn't have to be doing because the video is 1 minute and 40 seconds long.
Oh, the solar system. 1000 mph. 66.6 thousand mph. They're going too fast. 2.2 million mph.
So yes, those seem like big numbers, but they don't mean anything because we do not feel speed. What we feel is acceleration. None of those are acceleration. And even when we do feel acceleration, it has to be a significant amount compared to what we're usually accustomed to. For example, an upward acceleration of 3 centimeters per second squared isn't going to be that noticeable, especially when we've got this thing called gravity that is 9.81 meters per second squared in the opposite direction. Also, the 3 centimeters per second squared figure that I gave is the centrifugal acceleration at the equator, although I used my own calculation to get that ages ago. So I may be misremembering things, but it doesn't really matter. Flat earthers aren't gonna, actually do the maths to check, right? I'm trying to bait them into doing that, but they're just not gonna do that.
There goes a bird. We're not spinning. We're not spinning. There's a boat going by. And the sun is rising. Sun is rising. Oh, it's like Doctor Who. DITRH. Planetwalk's an idiot. He says duh, not deter.
That it. There was nothing there. Like, the most entertaining thing about that video was my commentary. Like, there wasn't even an argument made. Is that seriously what passes for a flat earth video in 2023? Just a video of a sunrise, some CGI footage of the solar system overlaid on top of that, a few big scary numbers. Well, I suppose all numbers are scary to flat earthers, so big numbers doesn't really matter. And just the statement, we're not spinning. Is that what a flat earth video is in 2023? How are there still flat earthers if that's the case? If I made a video like that, I'd be very disappointed in myself, so I'm very disappointed in Dave for making such utter tripe. Anyway, the full song hasn't played yet, so let's take a look at another one, and let's change up the voice this time.
Understand the limits of your vision. Comes back. Magical. It's a wizard. Dave must be a wizard. Welcome to Flat Earth. The table is flat, so the Earth must be flat. If the Earth were a globe, the table would be a ball. The horizontal eyes. Why is the horizon?
Okay, so this is a trick that I have seen before. Because, you know, the camera isn't on the table there. It's actually next to the table and partially below the table. Because of this, there are a few factors at play here. You have the table in focus that is blocking the object, and that is physically between the camera and the object. Now, when the table goes out of focus, you start to see the object reappearing. Now, part of the reason for this is because even though the object is hidden by the table, some of the light still reaches the camera. Because when it comes to cameras, it isn't so much that there's a straight line between the object and the camera, and if something is in the way, then you can't see it. There's actually a lens there that focuses a whole lot of light down to a point. A good example is with the object that I've got in front of the camera right now. Because it is out of focus, you can see my face through it. However, when I change the focus so that it is more in focus, although I can't get it fully in focus, it actually starts obscuring things properly. That is part of the explanation for what is going on, because focus can change the visibility of objects. But there's also another thing at play here. The other thing at play here is that when you zoom in on an object, part of the lens moves. This means that, let's say that you have a camera that's angled upwards a bit, and you zoom in. The lens will be higher after zooming in, meaning that you might be able to see a bit more of the things that before you couldn't see. It's a combination of those things that is causing what we're seeing here. This only works because there's only a few meters involved. This wouldn't work if we're doing it over kilometers, for example.
Your vision has limits. Oh, we're zooming out again. And zooming. Angular resolution. I'm just gonna say that. I don't know what it means, but I assume it has something to do with it. Luminosity. I don't even know what that means either. Again, I assume that it has something to do with angle of view. And welcome to Flat Earth. Surface conditions. Again, I'm just going to assume that all these things that I'm saying have something to do with it. I haven't looked into it because Flat Earth isn't about doing, actual looking into it. Stop living on an impossible world. It says ball. And start seeing your true potential. That's such a funny joke.
So there are a lot of things said there that I believe were just random words. Like luminosity, what does that have to do with things disappearing? There's no actual explanation given by Dave for why things were disappearing and reappearing, just a bunch of words like they mean something. Like we're just supposed to know what they mean. The most likely reason for this is because they don't actually have an explanation. They're just going, oh, this sounds like it could be a reason, whereas I can point to exactly what's happening. Of course, flat earthers are going to act like it's some kind of proof that things disappear bottom first on a flat earth, without considering that maybe you don't actually have any explanation for why things disappear bottom first on a flat earth. If any flat earthers are watching this, maybe try considering possible explanations for what's going on, even if those explanations don't agree with your worldview. You see, science isn't about trying to confirm what you already believe. Sometimes you will confirm what you already believe, but if you find evidence that goes against what you believe, then it's time to change what you believe, not just deny the evidence, as flat earthers tend to do. Anyway, leave a like and subscribe if you like this video, And leave a comment, let me know what you think. Should Flat Earth videos just be funny music with me voicing over them? I mean, that would probably be an improvement on all the Flat Earth channels, so, I mean, if you want to pay me to do that, it'd be great. But there are already some people that pay me that I need to thank, such as Hugh Jarsz, M.C.Nutkin, Nathaniel Muller, Vermont1777, Wolfie, Morrie, Graymore Ghost, KidVicious, Sacha Campbell, Definitely Not NASA, Craig D'Amelio, and Richard M. Chapman. If you want to support me financially, you can do so on Patreon. There should be a link over there. It's kind of hard to point that way. But anyway, I will see you in the next video. Between you and me, I'm gonna sleep now. Good night.